I'm Lina Shine, and welcome to another episode of TSN, the Step Parenting Network. Dear step parent, there comes a moment when you realize this journey asks something very brave of you to own your own experience and to choose to grow through it. You may not have had the history, and you may not have had the shared memories or the biological bond, and that is okay. What you do have is the present. What you're building is the future, and both of those matter deeply. Your presence matters and your care matters. Love was never meant to be confined to DNA, and real love doesn't need a label to leave a mark. Real love simply means showing up consistently and imperfectly and with intention. So stop shrinking yourself. Stop carrying guilt that was never yours to hold. You didn't create the past, but you're courageously shaping what comes next. And in doing so, you are breaking cycles, generational patterns that end because you chose awareness, compassion, and growth. You're not their real parent in the traditional sense, and that is okay. Own that truth. There's power in it because your role is not to replace anyone, but to be fully who you are, and who you are is enough. This path is not easy, but it is meaningful, and you're not invisible here. You're seen, you're needed, and the love you give counts more than you may ever realize. There's a quiet courage required to walk into a family story that started before you, to love where there is history you didn't create or participate in, to show up in a space where your role is often undermined, undefined, and minimized, and still you show up. You're allowed to define your experience and you're allowed to grow, change, and to learn what this role means for you. You don't have to earn your worth by overgiving, over explaining, or overextending yourself. Your value is not measured by how much you sacrifice in silence. You may never be called mom or dad, and that doesn't make your love any less. Those late night worries, the boundaries you hold, the patience you practice, the emotional labor no one else sees, those things count, and love that is chosen again and again is powerful. So, release the guilt that whispers you're not doing enough or that you should feel grateful just to be included. That guilt is not yours. It was handed to you by expectations that were never realistic to begin with. And you're not here to erase the past or to compete with it. You're here to contribute something meaningful, something steady, and something healing. By choosing self awareness instead of resentment and presence instead of withdrawal, you're disrupting patterns that may have existed long before you arrived. You're modeling emotional maturity. You're showing what regulated love looks like. That is how generational trauma begins to loosen its grip. And yes, you're not their biological parent. Own that without shame. There is strength in clarity. And when you stop trying to prove yourself and start honoring your role as it truly is, you reclaim your power. You become grounded. You become free. So take up space. Speak your truth gently but firmly. Protect your heart without closing it. This journey is complex, layered, and deeply human, and so are you. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to join our community. I love y'all.